Sam Brinks from J&L Restoration is back in studio with us. He is the project manager for J&L. Welcome back, Sam.
Thank you for having me.
Sure. I was blissfully unaware of what ice dams were until I became a homeowner, and then I'm like, oh no, I got to worry about these things. For people who are yet blissfully unaware, tell them what they are and why they're dangerous.
Yeah, so these are a problem because it's when the bottom layer of the snow on your roof melts into water and then it runs off to the eave where it gets cold and then it starts forming ice and it can climb back up the roof and start peeling shingles back and running water into your house.
Well, how do you prevent that from happening?
So you can prevent that. The best way to prevent it is proper insulation and proper ventilation, but that can be quite pricey, and a couple of cheaper options. The next best option is going to be a heat wire that you run along your eaves.
Yeah.
And that'll just make it so it doesn't freeze at your eaves, it just continues running off.
Okay.
And then your last best option is getting a snow rake and just making sure you keep the snow removed from your roof, but you don't want to scrape that across your shingles. You want to leave like 2 to 3 inches on there because you don't want to be scraping that metal across your shingles and causing damage that way.
I feel like I'm not going to do a good job at that.
Yeah, so heat tape might be your best option then, or if you can afford it, go ahead and get it vented and insulated properly.
Yeah. Do you guys do the venting and insulation?
Yeah, we can do that.
Because
yeah.
I know that your restoration, so you come in when the ice dam messes everything up, or the smoke or the water, whatever it is that gets in the house and creates a problem, you guys can come in and restore it. But you can also do preventative stuff, right?
Yeah, we can do preventative. That's actually, I mean, personally, I would rather just do preventative stuff, but obviously people usually don't know until it happens. So we end up usually doing the restoration and then trying to set up some sort of system that works for the homeowner after it happens. But if people know ahead of time and call us, of course, I'm going to give them an estimate for what it takes to get this prevented.
Yeah. And so we're just getting into winter and it's still, the weather's like, it seems like fall and then it's bitter and then it's back and forth, back and forth. We haven't had a ton of snow quite yet. Yeah. But could you still maybe get some of those electrical wires up to melt the snow? Could you guys still do that?
Yeah, we don't do that ourselves because that's really just like a homeowner thing where you just plug it into an outlet and then you clip it into your shingles. So that's a fairly simple thing that you either call a handyman if you're not capable of getting up there yourself, or you just do it yourself. What I would be proposing if you called me is getting the proper ventilation, getting the proper insulation. That way you're not having to run heat tape.
And if it's too late and I already have the damage, what do I do?
Call me. We will. I'll come out there. I'll assess the damage and give you an estimate for the repair, and then I'll make suggestions on how to prevent it in the future.
Okay, thanks. Sam Brinks, project manager, J&L Restoration. Number is on the screen. Thanks.
My pleasure.